Hi guys, it's Iris. Welcome back to my channel. I could not help but to film a first impression video for you guys today. Totally spur of the moment, as you can tell, no backdrop, which seems to be a theme lately. Every time I sit down to film lately, I feel like it's totally spur of the moment. I just get a wild hair up my butt and decide I need to film a video, so I do it without putting up a backdrop or anything, because you guys, you know that I'm a stay-at-home mom. I have a little one, he's 3. He just turned 3 actually. And sometimes, well, a lot of times here lately, I can't just, set aside time to film a very nice video. I just have to film when I have the chance to film. And you gotta time it just right. If I took the extra time to set up the, the backdrop and everything, then that would cut my filming time short because he's probably down for a nap. And if I take up 5 extra minutes, well, that's 5 minutes that I just lost, because I guarantee you he will not stay down for very long if I start filming. So anyway, ramble, let's get into this. So what are we doing as a first impression today? Well, I picked up a few new Wet n Wild products this week, and we're going to check them out. So the first thing I did, go ahead and pick up this Wet n Wild Photofocus foundation. Okay, totally a YouTube made me buy it product. I have seen a lot of people, or at least a lot of the people that I watch, talking about this foundation. Actually, Jessica Braun, who you guys know I absolutely am obsessed with, just talked about it on her channel not too very long ago, and she liked it. So chances are, if she liked it, I'm gonna like it too. It's not to say that everything she tries I like, because it's not true. Point, this Benefit Professional primer here, she loves this. I hate it, but she has a dry face, I have an oily face. So anyway, back to what we're doing here. Wet n Wild Photofocus foundation. I have heard a lot of people talk about this and absolutely rave about it, so I decided, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and pick it up because I really do need another foundation, because the only foundation that I currently have is my Kat Von D Lock-It foundation, and this is very much a high coverage, full coverage type of foundation. And honestly, it's not something that I want to wear every day. It's very heavy. I feel like when I do wear it every day, I really have to take like extra good care of my skin, because it clogs up a little bit. And then when I put the makeup on, it doesn't look great. So what's the point of having a good foundation if, your face is not working with it? So I don't really know what I just said. So yeah, I just got another foundation, and this is the one that I picked up. I was looking for a BB cream, and I don't know if Wet n Wild makes a BB cream, but if they do, I have not found it yet. I'm sure I can look on their website, but I don't like to order makeup online. So there's that. What else did I pick up? This is already open. This is another one of their brushes that they've had out for like a year. But this one I think it's not a blush brush. That's what I got it for. I got it for blush. I think they actually are marketing this as a contour brush. I have already used it a little bit, and I'll go ahead and tell you that I didn't like it very much for what I used it for, but I don't know if it was the product I was using or if it was the brush. It went on really spotty, and like I said, I don't know if it was the product that I was using or if it was the brush. Don't really know. So we're going to try it out again and see. And then I also, why did I finally just now find this? The flat top brush. I've been looking for a flat top brush for so long, and I just didn't want to spend the money on a really good one, like from It or something like that, or even like Sigma or Real Techniques, something like that. Real Techniques is typically a fairly inexpensive brand, but it's still too expensive for me because Mama's on a budget. But yeah, Wet n Wild is like right up my alley, because let's just talk about Wet n Wild for a second. So do you guys remember really not too very long ago when you didn't let anybody know that you had Wet n Wild makeup because it was considered like very cheap? And I'm not talking like inexpensive cheap. I mean, it was inexpensive cheap, but Like, it was a very cheap brand. You didn't touch it. No, you didn't let anybody know you had that on your face. And now, like, they have blown up. Like, they are honestly putting out better products than than a lot of the high-end makeup brands. Like, there is stuff that I will buy from Wet n Wild that I will pass up a high-end product for some Wet n Wild right now. Like, can we just talk about that for a second? How awesome is that? And it's affordable. I got crazy tongue-tied there. It's affordable. It's a very affordable brand. It's accessible to any and everybody. So kudos to Wet n Wild for that. But yeah, finally found me a flat top brush. It was pretty inexpensive. I think like probably about $2 for this. But I had been looking for one for so long because I was trying to get away from using my makeup wedge, and I wanted another way to put on my foundation. And a lot of people use brushes. When you watch YouTube tutorials, they're typically using a brush. And I have tried using brushes before, and it didn't really work for me. Like, I think I had a foundation brush once upon a time, and I just really did not like the way it looked on me. Like, it was streaky, and I didn't like it, and I tossed it. Like, seriously, I don't even have it anymore. I totally tossed it in the trash can. But I've tried other things. I've tried stipple brushes, which I don't think are supposed to be done for foundation, because I don't think I've ever actually seen anybody put foundation on with a stipple brush. You can correct me if I'm wrong. I do not mind it. I am learning. I am not a makeup artist. But yeah, like, that's why I got this one, because it's a stipple brush. This is from Coastal Scents. I got this because I wanted something, you know, kind of like that to put it on, and it didn't work very well at all. So I passed up on a brush for a blending sponge, and I love this thing. I really, really do. It needs to be cleaned, like, very, very badly. I've only used it a couple of times since I washed it last, though, and it looks disgusting. But I got, this is the Ulta brand blending sponge. I love it. I've heard other people say they don't like it. I've never used an actual beauty blender before, so I can't tell you how it compares, but I actually really, really like this. But anyway, really, really wanted a brush. Passed it up because that was a cheaper option, and then went into Walmart today and found a flat top brush, and it's from the same collection that I'm trying to build right now. So awesome sauce on that. And then got me a new powder brush because Old Faithful has died. I washed my brushes very recently, actually. Typically I wash my brushes every weekend, or you know, as often as I need to, because since I stay at home, I don't tend to put makeup on every single day, so I don't really have to wash my brushes that often because I'm not using them. But I did recently wash my brushes, and this one is shedding so bad now. Like, I think you can even see, like, oh gosh. But I've had it for so long, and it actually has served me very well. So he's dead, guys. I had to get a new one. So that is where this bad boy comes in. So let's just go ahead and jump into this first impression. I did not mean to ramble on for so very long, but I did. So let's see. What shall I use first? I don't have a good primer anymore. I had a sample of the Urban Decay D-Slick primer, and I loved it, but I haven't gone out and actually purchased it yet. I also have this Professional that I absolutely hate. I do not like it. It just does not work for my skin. I know there are a lot of people that love it and it works for them, and that's great, but for me, not so much. I am in front of my window, so I'm sorry the lighting gets weird every now and then. I'm trying not to lean back, but it doesn't work. You know what? I need to go ahead and declutter this. I'm going to see my mom today, so I'm going to give it to her and see if she likes it. Hey, look, it's a declutter video too. All right, so let's go ahead and just jump into what this video is supposed to be about. Oh, that's what I was doing. I don't have a good primer right now, and I really don't want to use my really heavy Bobbi Brown. Even though I love this stuff, I have noticed it tends to get a little heavy when I put makeup on over it, so that's for me. Maybe I'm just heavy-handed with this product. I try not to be, though. Like, I just dab a little bit, and it's still, I don't know, it's not absorbing into my skin very well at the moment. So, gosh, I don't know. I kind of want to do it bare skin, but I kind of don't. You know what? I'm going to go with my NYC Smooth Skin Perfecting Primer. This has a little bit of, just a tiny little bit of shimmer to it. It's supposed to, I wonder if it says it on here. I know what I want to say about it, but I don't want to get it wrong. So this is supposed to, you can wear this alone or you can wear it with makeup. It's supposed to make you like, I want to say it's supposed to make you like photo ready anytime, which, I don't know. For me, not so much. It's supposed to be blurring and, you know, minimize your imperfections, lines, pores for a perfect complexion. Does it really do that so much for me? I haven't really noticed it. Also, leave a comment down below if you know anything, but I am looking for something to put on my face that has a really good SPF, like preferably a primer or a foundation with a good SPF in it, because I've noticed, I've gone through my makeup yet again to see if anything that I use has SPF in it. I don't have anything with SPF. So, and I know you really probably should use that, but you see this kind of has just a tiny little bit of shimmer in it. And I personally don't notice that it blurs anything or, you know, minimizes any imperfections. I don't know, you tell me. Do you notice my face looking any different than it did a minute ago, besides it being a little bit shiny? I totally don't. Okay, so let's jump into this Wet n Wild Photofocus foundation. So it has a little paddle on it. I have already opened it, but I haven't used it yet. Because I literally bought this morning. It's my husband's birthday, so we snuck out this morning to go get him a birthday cake. But yeah, it's got a little paddle on it. It does seem to be like a very thin formula. So let's see, I need my flat top brush because that's how I'm going to apply this today. Because why not? I have already opened this as well, but I have not used it. I opened it just to see, you know, what the texture is of the brush. I rubbed it on my face to see, okay, do I think this is going to blend well? And I think it's going to work very well. So let's try it out and just see. I'm going to scooch in a little bit more so that every time I lean back, because I have a tendency to lean back. I'm sure you guys have noticed it. But I have a tendency to lean back in my chair. So let's see. I'm going to swatch just a little bit on my hand just to see. You know, it is a very lightweight formula, but it does have a good bit of coverage to it. So yeah, like I said, it does have, I mean, you can't even see it. It blended so well in with my skin. But it does have just a little bit of coverage. I'm sure it probably is buildable, but let's see. So I got some of this on my paddle. I don't know how this dries, so let's just see. I feel like as thin as it is, it probably does dry pretty quickly. So let's just buff this in. Let me get my mirror out. So far so good. I don't mind it. Okay, so I am noticing a little bit of a smell. It does kind of smell like paint. So if smell is a contributing factor for you, that might be a con rather than a pro for you. Okay, and the brush, I feel like the brush is working fairly well. Like I'm not really getting any streakiness like I thought I would get. But as far as spreading out and blending the makeup in, I don't really know. I'm going to add a little bit more of this foundation because as you can see, I'm a little splotchy. So I'm going to go in the places where I know I need a little bit more. Sorry, I know I have a tendency to cover up the camera with my mirror. So I don't know. I mean, the foundation is not terrible. I am seeing it sink into my pores a bit, which, I mean, every makeup I use does that because I have ginormous pores. But it's hard for me to tell, have I overworked it or is this just the nature of the beast. So I am going to do another coat, but I'm going to get my blender sponge ready and let's do the next coat with this and see how it works. Okay, my blender sponge is ready. I do want to tell you guys really quick. I noticed just from going in the bathroom and looking in the mirror in there, under that lighting, it does look like I've got on some very high coverage foundation. If you get like right up close to me, yeah, you can absolutely see that I've got something on my face because, you know, you can see it in sunk into pores and you can see imperfections popping out. But like I said, that is the nature of, I've never found a foundation yet that has made me look completely flawless because I'm human and I have flaws. So I'm going to go ahead and try this. I do see some splotchy places, but like I said, I don't know if that's from the brush or from the product. So we're going to try the product with the old sponge, and you know what? I do think I'm going to just put it on the sponge like I usually would. I feel like I am putting on way too much of this stuff though. But I want to see if it is buildable. Okay, this is my problem spot right here. How about anybody else? Does anybody else have a problem with their chin? Like, I feel like everything I put on my chin just looks terrible. And you guys know I have upped my skincare game, so God, please tell me it's not that my skin is crap. Okay, so I feel like that application was much better. So I'm going to try the brush with my Kat Von D one day and tell you if it's the brush or if it's the product. But I am going to tell you, applying that second coat with my blending sponge, it does look better. So, and I did, I'll tell you guys this, right after these brushes came out, I did watch a lot of videos, like review videos on them. And I did, there was a lady that I watched, she did a video of like the full collection, and some of the brushes she did say were a little splotchy. And I already told you that this one, for me, I don't know if it was the brush or the product, but just like this, I didn't know with the flat top brush, was it the brush or the product? And I'm starting to think it might be the brushes, which is fine. I mean, sometimes you have brushes that do that. So let me pop on some concealer very quickly, and then we will put on some powder. We'll use that powder brush to set everything right now because I set my foundation and my concealer with powder before I put anything else on my face. That's just the way I learned to do it. I have not been able to break that habit. That's what works for me. So that's the way I do it. Let me pop this on really quick though. This is also a Wet n Wild brush. I love this concealer brush. Love it, love it, love it. I had an Eco Tools before that one, and I love this one so much better than that Eco Tools brush. need some mini blending sponges though, because getting like my under eye area with this behemoth is redonkulous. Okay. You know what? I really do think that I like the foundation, because I'll tell you this about the Kat Von D that I've been using. Right here in my nose area, this stuff right here does nothing. Like, it will not adhere to that part of my face. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I'm over blending it and just wiping it off or what, but I always have bare spots right here. And with this Wet n Wild, I don't have that. Like, I've got a little bit right there, but I also have a lot of redness in that area as well. But there was far less bare space with this Wet n Wild than there was with the Kat Von D. So, high-end versus drugstore. Drugstore is winning. Sorry, I feel like I need to just blend it out a little bit more down my neck. And then, now we're going to set it. We're going to set it and forget it. Okay. You guys know I use my Airspun powder. I need some more, though. And I do think I want to try a different powder. I'm going to see, I don't know if Wet n Wild has a loose powder, but I like to use loose powder to set with. I don't really like pressed compact powder. Like, I've never liked it. It just doesn't do it for me, man. Okay. This one, though it does look similar to a Wet n Wild, is not. This is a Miss Glam. Yeah, I got this from an Ipsy bag. One of my last ones, actually. I don't think it was in my last bag, but it was in one of the last ones that I got. Wow, what was that? That was a huge flash of whiteness. I have no idea how long that was up either. Okay, so now we're going to try this Wet n Wild powder brush and see how I like it. Feels pretty fluffy. So let's see how well. So it picks up the product pretty well. I'm running so low on this powder that I can't even get it to come out. Of the thingy. Okay. Okay, definitely love this powder brush. Definitely love this powder brush. Yeah, it picked up the product very well. I was able to, I like to kind of bake my face, but not so much. I do like to pick up a lot of product and get it everywhere just so I know where it is, and then blend it like really quick. I don't even let it sit very long on my face. But you guys, I do really like that. I do like this powder brush. Very much so. Loving it. Okay, so definitely do like this. So let's try this contour brush again. Like I said, I use it as a blush brush, and I'll tell you why. I have this e.l.f. contour brush as well, and it's angled just like this one is angled. The only difference I see is that the e.l.f. one is bigger around. This one is actually pretty skinny. So that might be why I'm able to use it as a blush brush, but that's what the intended purpose was for it. I did try with some, you know what? Since we're there, let's just go ahead and try it. I am going to try it with this bronzer. That's what I tend to contour with. If I do contour, I don't contour very often. But if I do, that is what I use. So let's see. So on camera, it does look as though it is doing a fairly good job. You definitely can't blend out very big with it. Okay, so I might have to just go ahead and use this as a contour brush. Because like I said, I was trying to use it for blush, and just even trying it just with the contour, you really can't blend out very big with it. So that might be why I didn't like it the other day. Let's try the other side. This is the hardest side of my face for me to contour. I feel like I do so much better when I look at the camera and do it, but like, I can't see it. Like this side when I do it, I can see like that whole thing. When I go to this side, I can't see it. So awkward. Okay, so using it for its intended purpose, don't hate it. Actually, kind of like it. Do a little bit up here. I can't remember if I filmed since I switched my hair color, but my hair is blue now. And in case you didn't know, like seriously, it's the same color as my shirt. Like the exact same color as my shirt. I don't know how I feel about it yet. Like I don't hate it, but I'm not sure that I like it as much as I did the purple. So, you guys got comments? Do you like the blue hair? Did you like the purple better? I really think I like the purple better. Like I really do. I always hate contouring my nose. Like I hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it. This is another e.l.f. contouring brush that I didn't really like. And I really don't use it very often, but every now and then I'll pick it up. It's good for me to use like on my nose, but that's like the only place I've learned to use it very well. Like over here, it just doesn't. I don't know. I just don't like it. I don't like it. Okay, so what is the verdict? At the moment, I love the Photofocus foundation. I love the powder brush. I like the contour brush. Not too sure on the flat top brush. Like I feel like this one might be a miss for me. Because like I said, I like the foundation. The foundation, when I did the second coat with my blending sponge, looked fantastic. When I put it on with this, the first coat, not so much. Not sure if maybe that was just because it was the first coat and you know you need to build this foundation. I'm not real sure. So first impressions, that's what you got. So far this one is a miss for me. Everything else, I can dig it. So I'm going to finish up my makeup because this right here is bugging the crap out of me. I'm going to finish up my makeup. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like, give it a thumbs up. If you have any answers to any of the questions that I asked in this video, please feel free to leave me a comment. I love when you guys leave me comments. And I do, because I get so few of them, I do actually answer you back. When you leave me a comment, I always, almost always, answer you back. And if I don't answer you back immediately, it may be a couple of months. Some of you might can attest to that. I have missed messages before, or comments, on some of my videos before, and then like months later I was like, oh my god, I didn't notice I had a comment on that. Let me answer them back now. So I do answer and comment back to you guys, and I love doing that. I love actually having feedback back and forth with you guys. So yeah, leave me a comment if you'd like. Like I said, give me a like on this video if you enjoyed it. If you were not already subscribed, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Also, if you are not following me on Instagram, BeLuxyBeauty82, the exact same way it is spelled here, please follow me on Instagram. I'm actually really liking posting on Instagram a lot more than doing Facebook. YouTube. I'm not going to quit YouTube. That's not what I'm saying, but I do so much more on Instagram than I do on YouTube because it is so much more accessible for me. I can snap a picture real quick, make a post, and there it is. For YouTube, it's a lot of editing, and it takes me a long time to get stuff out. Well, not a long time, but longer than it takes me to Instagram something. So follow me on Instagram if you're not already. Yeah, I'm going to stop rambling now and finish beating this mug. So I will see you guys later. Bye. Hey guys, I know I said I was done with this video. I kind of lied. I didn't mean to lie, but I did lie. I forgot a product that I recently purchased that I needed to do a review on as well. I purchased this brush. This is the liner brush, I think is what it said on there. That's what it's for. It's for your eyeliner. But this was in a recent Dollar Tree haul. It's the same place that I got the contour brush. But I told you guys in that video that I had purchased this brush before and didn't like it, and repurposed it for something else. Upon using it now, I actually do really, really, really like it. I think now that I've gotten the hang of what smoking out your bottom liner is supposed to look like, it actually works very well. So I really, really do like this one. So if you are looking for a liner brush, pick this one up. I got it at Dollar Tree for $1, so I mean, you can't beat that. I did use some other Wet n Wild products. They are not new by any means. I've had these in my collection for a while, but I wanted to share those with you as well. The first thing is this Wet n Wild highlighter. This, I got this at a Dollar Tree a few months ago, actually. This is from when this was in the Fergie line. This line does not exist anymore. This product does still exist. They have repackaged it. It's kind of sort of the same package. I couldn't... He was fussing to get in here, so I let him in. Anyway, it's not in... I mean, it's the same packaging, but this part is not the same. It doesn't have Fergie on it anymore. That's the only thing that's different. And the name of it. When I purchased this, it was called Hollywood Boulevard was the shade. That is not the shade anymore. Now it is the To Reflect Shimmer Palette. I had to write it down because I had to go online and look it up real quick. I knew that they still made this, but I know that they have renamed it and kind of repackaged it. So it's got kind of a gold shimmer to it. That's it right there. But, I mean, it doesn't show up too much. Oh, and really quick before I forget to tell you, upon completing my makeup today, that foundation is fantastic. It made for such a nice canvas for everything else to go onto. Fantastic. Another thing that I have said that I don't like, but I did use it today, is the Wet n Wild Photofocus Setting Spray. Me personally, I don't like it because... I mean, does it do its job? Yeah, it does. I don't like the way it smells. The smell is a big turnoff for me. It smells straight up like alcohol. It makes me feel weird to use it on my face. Because I feel like I'm spraying straight up alcohol on my face. Now, it does do what it's supposed to do. It does hold your makeup in place. I mean... I guess my makeup is fairly mattified. I like to have a matte finish on my face, even though I put highlighter on. I still like a matte finish. So, I mean, this does its job. If you just need a setting spray just because you need a setting spray for the price, I would actually recommend picking this up. And then, of course, I had to top it off with some liquid catsuit, and I used Berry Recognize today because it is my favorite. So now we are completely done. and I will say follow me on Instagram, BiloxiBeauty82, like, comment on this video, and subscribe to my channel. Okay, now I'm done. Bye. Well, there was at least one more product. Sorry. I feel like my lipstick is pulling over here. But I'm just gonna go ahead and finish this video. Try not to look at that part of my face. But yeah, I got the